Whoa, are you okay?
Chizuru! Oni! Sorry to keep you waiting.
That bastard. Yelling, flying everywhere. Tension running high. One by one, my comrades fall. A memory I've never lived, and yet one I've always had since I was little. Yeah, I don't believe in God or the afterlife, but I do have what people call past life memories. And me,
Take care.
See you later. Even now, I'm still searching for where I truly belong. Whoa, so this is the place. It was June in Japan, where the humidity was just starting to hit. And today, under clear skies, I stood in front of a certain university. I'm Joji Haga. I'm 31, born to an American father and a Japanese mother. More people than I expected. Where's Building 7? I have a little sister who's 11 years younger than me, and today, she invited me to her university school festival. Her name's Arisa. She's in the tea ceremony club, and apparently, they're serving tea in Building 7. That's where I'm headed. Ooh, they have food stalls too. Guess I'll text her that I'm here. Thankfully, I've got plenty of time before the meetup. As I take my time wandering near the stalls, away from the crowds. Whoa, are you okay? I bumped into a female student coming from around the corner. She must not have been able to see with all that stuff in her arms. I caught her firmly to stop her from falling.
I'm so sorry.
No worries. Are you hurt or anything?
Oh yeah, I actually tripped earlier and...
These are costumes, right? Pretty heavy for one person. I'm going this way, right?
No, really, it's fine. And you're going the opposite way, aren't you? I can carry it myself, seriously.
But you couldn't even see in front of you, right? After that little incident, I safely arrived at Building 7 where Arisa was.
Here you go.
Lovely presentation. She scolded me for being late, but forgave me right away once I explained I'd gotten lost and helped someone along the way. I had the matcha tea she made, and even a nerikiri sweet. Then we started checking out the rest of the festival together.
Oh, it's you from earlier.
After watching a play by the drama club, Arisa said she wanted to introduce me to a friend. And the girl who showed up was the same one from earlier, carrying those big boxes.
I knew it. The girl you helped carry stuff for from the drama club was Chizuru. So you're... Thanks again for earlier. I'm Chizuru Sakuragawa, Arisa's friend.
I'm Joji Haga, Arisa's older brother. Thanks for always looking out for her. Earlier, when I was trying to describe the girl I'd met from the drama club, I didn't expect it to actually be Arisa's friend. But yeah, life is weird like that. Also, that play earlier was amazing. Rare enough to see something about Japan, but setting it pre-World War II?
Right? I was so moved I couldn't stop crying. Thank you. I actually study modern Japanese history, so I know a bit about that era. Sure, Chizuru's in the history department, but that alone couldn't make a story like that.
Yeah, it was like a Japanese Romeo and Juliet with a happy ending. The setting was pre-war Japan, but it felt incredibly real and powerful. I don't think you could have written that just from class. Did you do interviews or something?
I did, yeah. I asked a local grandma about life before the war and used her stories, and... Ever since I was little, I've always been drawn to doomed love stories. I just really want to rewrite those endings into happy ones. You really are good at turning tragic stories into happy ones. Last year's Little Mermaid was amazing too.
I see. No way. I had a feeling, but now wasn't the time to ask. Still wondering, I followed them as we kept enjoying the festival.
Sea urchin is so good. Sorry, Joji, for dragging you into this.
A few days later, I took Arisa and Sakuragawa out for sushi. Arisa's request, of course. Well, since I'm back in Japan, I wanted sushi anyway. Don't hold back. Order whatever you want.
Thank you. Arisa told me a bit. Joji, you work in the US, right?
Yeah, I lived in Japan until college, but started working in the US afterward. I'm in Japan now for work.
Feels like you're back pretty often, though, thanks to your vacations. But it's been about 10 years, huh? So, Joji, you chose US citizenship? Wait, but can Japanese people work in the US if they get a visa?
Yeah, if you're not familiar, it's kinda tricky. But basically, yes, Japanese citizens can work in the US with a visa. But for siblings like us with dual citizenship, we have to pick one. In the US, which uses birthright citizenship, kids born there get US citizenship regardless of the parent's nationality. Dual citizenship is allowed. In contrast, Japan uses bloodline citizenship, so if one parent is Japanese, the child is Japanese too, but Japan doesn't allow dual citizenship. So, kids like us, born in the US to a Japanese and American parent, end up with dual citizenship by default.
But under Japanese law, we have to choose one by the time we're 22. Right, so we had to pick before then.
That's why, in practice, a lot of people formally choose Japanese citizenship, but keep both anyway.
I see. So Joji, did you pick Japan too?
Nope, I chose the US. Arisa, you said you're going with Japan, right?
Yeah, I was thinking Japan, but with how things are now, I'm starting to have doubts. Japan's scary these days. Feels like it's right before a war or something. Huh? Is a war starting? Not just a takeover. That's what people are saying. And honestly, I think it's already begun. But at this rate, it feels like it could turn into an actual military conflict. At first glance, everything looks normal, but war always starts suddenly. I really hate it.
The way Sakuragawa said that, there was a strange weight to her words. Did you hear that from the neighborhood grandma too?
Did I? Maybe. Oh, come on, seriously? Or maybe she heard it from her dad. He's a cop, right? Yeah. Well, today it's on your big bro, so don't hold back. Order all the pricey stuff you want. How about some fatty tuna? I might get 3 pieces.
And just like that, I started seeing Sakuragawa now and then through Arisa. Work kept me from seeing them often, but I'd be in Japan for at least half a year this time. So, during their summer break, we even managed one outing together. That day, I mostly got dragged around by Arisa's requests, but she seemed really happy I was there. For my adorable little sister, even her asking for a designer bag or a mini-skirted cop outfit was, well, not painful. Not that painful. Also, for the record, I nabbed one of Dad's treasured bottles of wine as payback.
Big bro, bath's free now.
And so, come August, 2 months later, I'd gotten to know Sakuragawa pretty well. We exchanged contact info, and she now messages me almost daily. Yeah, I'm going in.
Today I opened a new head scrub, so you can use it if you like. Wait, is this Chizuru's doing?
You figured that out fast. I told you to wear proper clothes around the house.
Yeah, zip it. So, she asked you out, right? What'd she say?
She asked, "Do you like sweets?" and said there's a cafe she wants to visit. Invited me to go with her.
That's great. Even if it's not your thing, you can at least drink coffee, right?
Arisa.
Jeez, I get it already. You're hung up on the age gap, aren't you?
Of course I am. I'm 31. From your point of view, I'm an old man. I knew right away her feelings had changed into something romantic. But she's still a college student, 11 years younger than me. No wonder I'm conflicted.
Well, I am glad you're the kind of guy who worries about that. But really, you're just confused, right? Speaking as her best friend, if you don't hate the idea, at least go on one date with her. I know you're busy. No pressure or anything.
I mean, it's not like I'd suddenly treat her differently just because I found out how she feels, but...
I'm not worried about that. Besides, you're curious about Chizuru, aren't you?
Ha!
Nailed it.
How?
Don't underestimate a little sister's intuition. I mean, I can tell if it's love on your end or not, but still. Anyway, go take your bath. Night.
She sees everything. I've started to wonder if Sakuragawa might be the person I've been searching for. But Arisa's always with us when we meet. We're not close enough yet for me to ask deeper questions. And if she's the one... Does she still remember? If she does, I could finally say I'm home. But if not... Guess I'll take that bath. I replied to Sakuragawa and headed for the bathroom. Then, about a month later, in late September...
Joji!
In the end, work got crazy, and I never made it to that cafe. Today was my first proper day off in a while, so I came to pick them up after their morning classes.
Arisa said she had to stop by her locker, so she'll be a little late.
I see. Sakuragawa, mind if I ask something a little strange?
Huh? Sure, what is it?
You want to turn tragic love stories into happy ones, and you hate war, right? Is that because of something you actually experienced?
Something I experienced? Joji, I've never had some grand romance, and I've never been through a war, of course.
Got it. Maybe she's just hiding it. I did wonder, but it seemed like she really doesn't remember. Then how am I supposed to confirm it's her? Maybe I was never meant to find her at all. Wanting to say I'm home from my past life? Maybe that's just selfish.
But... actually, there are things I know that I have no memory of learning or reading, and they're all about pre-war Japan. Even when I was little, I just knew things. I hated soldiers. Tragic love stories always made my heart ache. It felt weird, so I never really told anyone. But maybe they're memories from a past life. I feel like I've been waiting for someone for a very long time.
Yeah. My doubts turned into certainty. The woman I said goodbye to before the war and never returned to. There's no mistaking it. She's the one I've always wanted to say I'm home to. In my past life, I was an ordinary newspaper reporter, born in pre-war Japan to Japanese parents. Reincarnation? What kind of ridiculous setup is that?
Oh, I think it's wonderful. Stories of rebirth and cycles. You dropped this document, by the way.
She, on the other hand, was the daughter of a low-ranking Diet member. Uncommon for the time. Her mother was a Japanese American, making her half. She came from a prestigious spiritual family, while I was a pragmatic commoner. The fact that we met and kept in touch after some heated debates, it really was fate. Is that so? With a soldier?
Yes? It seems like he took quite a liking to my appearance. Once I graduate from girls' school, I'm to marry him.
At the time, it was normal for women to find a husband before graduating from girls' school. So, for a 15-year-old girl to be engaged to a 32-year-old man wasn't unusual.
If someone actually likes this strange appearance of mine, I couldn't be happier.
It was still rare to see mixed-race people. She had faced a lot of prejudice. And she was engaged to a powerful military officer. I thought she was happy about it.
Lately, there's been a lot of noise at the top. Seems like something's being plotted. I'm very proud of my father, but watching him, I can't help but see it. Not everyone in power truly puts the country first. And probably, neither does my fiancé. Am I destined to become the wife of someone serving the country for selfish gain? Just a doll for him to control. I just wish in my next life I could marry someone I truly love.
Apparently, her fiancé had character issues too. We had met so many times by then, and that's when I heard that confession. Japan was certainly on edge at the time. There's no guarantee there's a next life, but if there is... With her father's secret help, we managed to escape together. Even without registering as husband and wife, our poor life on the run felt like a real marriage. But that happiness didn't last. Somehow, a draft notice found us at our hiding place.
Chizuru, Oni! Sorry to keep you waiting.
That bastard. And so, after saying I'm off, I never returned. If I had died in war for my country, maybe I wouldn't have retained memories of my past life. But here I am, reborn with those memories. Sakuragawa.
Joji!
One afternoon, while working, I spotted Sakuragawa while driving and called out to her. I'd heard from Arisa that someone from her university had been hitting on her, and it was troubling. Hello, and who's this?
This is Kakono. He's in the same seminar. His dad's my father's boss, so...
I get it. That's why she can't reject him outright. She looked like she was in trouble. Oh my, you must be Arisa's older brother, right? Trouble? That's a harsh thing to say. I was just walking her home. We're headed the same way after all. Sorry, but could you not butt in on something between us students, old man?
Hey, Kakono, that's too far!
I won't deny I'm an old man. Forcing yourself on someone who clearly doesn't want it isn't okay, no matter the country, era, or age. If you truly want someone to like you, don't do things they hate. You shouldn't want to. Am I wrong? Huh. Alright, I'll give you a ride. My mom wants to meet you. If you don't have plans, would you join us for dinner?
Really? I'd love to.
I'm still a bit worried, but for now, this should be fine. Just as I closed the door after seating Sakuragawa. Huh. Even in this life, you're in my way. Yeah, I had a feeling someone was watching me. I'm sure now. He's her fiancé from the past life, and he remembers too. This time, I won't let her go. In this life, she's mine. And... I'll kill you again, just like before. Literally, too. Why was I reborn with these memories? I think it's because he had me executed, under fabricated charges, while serving as my superior during conscription. Excuse me, Dad, do you have a moment? A few days later, Meguru visited his father in his room for the first time in a while.
What is it, Meguru? It's rare for you to come to my room.
Yes, there's something I desperately want to ask you today.
Oh, go ahead.
There's a detective named Haga at the MPD, right? I want to marry his daughter, Arisa. In his past life, he was the son of a lieutenant general and a marquis. In this life, he's the son of a high-ranking police official. Once again, he plots to claim her by abusing his status. He wanted her heart too, but if that guy takes her, it's all pointless. Last time I was too forceful. I died and lost everything. Luckily, we're the same age this time, so after we marry, slowly.
That's not happening.
What? Why not? I admit, marrying into our family doesn't benefit them much, but...
Exactly, so go back to your room.
But, with your status, that shouldn't matter, right? I really want to marry her. Please, just...
You've been awfully obsessed with that Arisa girl lately.
Those words proved his father had been watching him. No, we're just seminar mates being friendly, that's all.
I see. And for you that means tailing her on her way home is the right amount of closeness?
What? How do you know that? I mean, that's...
Huh. That girl must have understood her position. That's why she couldn't say it clearly to you, and you knew that, but still pushed her anyway. You knew it could basically count as stalking. And then you come to me asking to use my power to make her marry you? Your character's becoming pretty damn clear.
Come on, Dad. I didn't mean it like...
Meguru, I'm a police officer. I act under justice. Sure, sometimes that means getting my hands dirty, or following orders from the state because of my position, but... at the very least, I don't use my authority to get a woman just for my own desires. And I sure as hell didn't raise my son to be that kind of man. If you mess with that girl again, I'll throw you in a cell. I have that much power. Now go back to your room.
In other words, even if it's something that would usually end in a warning, because you're my son, I won't hesitate to throw you in jail. Realizing he can't use his father's power to get the girl, Kakono returns to his room in a daze.
Well, that's all just talk in the end. We can't afford to ruin relations with the US right now.
Which is why he never heard that muttered comment. So, it's been 6 months. Kakono hasn't approached her at all since. Looks like he's gone back to just being a classmate in the same seminar.
Choji, Arisa! Chizuru, congrats on getting into your study abroad program. Thanks.
Today, we're meeting up to celebrate her acceptance to study abroad. Yeah, she suddenly said she wanted to study in the US.
I seriously didn't expect Chizuru to want to go abroad. I thought she really loved Japan. I don't know. I just had this huge sense of urgency. Like I had to go study abroad.
I think maybe some memory deep inside her was warning her.
Well, leaving Japan's a good experience too. Though honestly, I was more shocked that my brother confessed to her. Arisa!
And yeah, after that, I told her how I felt, and we became a couple. I'd been drawn to her from the start, but I kept ignoring it because of the age gap. But if she liked me too, and she turned out to be the person I'd been searching for, then there's no reason to suppress my feelings anymore. She probably won't get her memories back, but maybe that's for the best. She's gonna live at my place in Washington during her studies, so I've already met with her parents. Everything's going great. That was the kind of day this was. It's a weekday afternoon. I had tackled a man armed with a knife in the middle of the city. No need to guess who it was. It was Kakono. I've secured the knife. Someone call the police. Damn it, let me go. How did you know? Why is it always you? All I'll say is, I'm with the FBI. I'm in Japan right now for work. Huh? FBI? In my past life, I hated how powerless I was. So this time, I chose a job where I'd have power. That job is the FBI, something even Japanese elites would think twice about messing with. I chose US citizenship because you can't join the FBI as a Japanese national. Wait, don't tell me. My dad knew? Yeah, I figured you try to abuse your power again. So I gave him a heads up. From the look of it, sounds like he was pretty harsh. Well, of course, no matter who your dad is, nobody wants bad blood with America right now. That's what real power looks like. How's it feel, tasting helplessness in front of something you can't fight? Yeah, you bastard. And just like that, Kakono was taken away by Japanese police. So, what happened after that?
I deeply apologize for my son's actions.
The first to apologize was the director of the National Police Agency's Security Bureau, Kakono's father. This could have blown up into an international scandal. It could have affected joint investigations, or even strained relations between the two countries. If I may, I have one request.
You've really done it now.
After hearing my request, the security director stormed down to the jail to see his son.
Because of you, they're demanding my resignation. Otherwise, they'll escalate this into an international incident.
I didn't know. I had no idea he was FBI.
Of course you didn't. Public security doesn't leak intel. More than that, the son of the head of security trying to commit murder? That's beyond disgraceful. I've lost all credibility. Your sentence is at least 5 years, but with my power, I'll stretch it as long as possible. Even after you get out, be prepared. Don't think you'll get to die easy.
And so, Kakono, the security chief, resigned. His son was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Then, after serving his sentence, Meguru Kakono disappeared without a trace. A few years later, the former Chief Kakono was arrested for ties with foreign agents. And during that process, he was also indicted for human trafficking. What goes around comes around. Meguru Kakono became living proof of that. As for me,
I'll be making Japanese food for dinner tonight. I'll be waiting.
over a decade later, I was married to Chizuru, and we had 2 kids. After work, I checked that message from my wife and headed straight home. I'm home. Dad, welcome back.
Papa, welcome home.
I'm back, both of you. I hugged the kids who came to greet me. Usually, Chizuru would be here too, but today, I didn't even hear her say welcome home, so I found it odd. Chizuru? Chizuru, what's wrong? There she was, sobbing, with tears falling endlessly. The kids and I called out to her, but she kept shaking her head the whole time. About 3 minutes later, Chizuru forced a smile and said,
Welcome home.
"Oh. Does everyone get a second life? Then does that mean heaven or paradise actually exists?" Even I, living through this strange experience, don't know the answer, but one thing is clear: peace is best. All war brings is sorrow. No matter the ideology, you should never endanger your loved ones or peace. Sorry it took so long. I've always wanted to say this. Yeah, finally, I can. I'm home. And today, once again, we soak in our happiness.
Minato, why are you grinning? Something good happen?
I was just thinking, you two are my pride. I'm always looking after this hopeless guy. Hey, I'm not even 20 yet, so of course I don't drink, right? The blazing sun, the clear morning air, and the shower of high-pitched voices.
Kaguya-senpai, good morning! Ah, Haruma-senpai, look over here!
This is always how my mornings go. Noisy, always attracting stares as I walk to school. Hey, it'd help if you didn't put me in the middle. Huh? These high-pitched voices aren't directed at me. They're praise showered on the beautiful flowers blooming on either side of me. I'm just catching the overflow. No, it should be obvious. From any angle, I'm just a plain, ordinary first-year high schooler. I got carried away hearing Lovekoi viewers were kind. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah. Student Council President, you're so cool today, too.
You're loud in the morning. Even muttering a single comment earns screams, nearly like shrieks. That's Fuji Haruma. He's not the type to whisper sweet words to charm girls. No matter what he says, his looks add a cheat-like bonus. Of course, he has fan clubs and entourages. On the flip side, male students are often jealous of him.
Good morning, Kaguya-senpai. Yeah, good morning.
Responding with a smile when greeted by underclassmen was Kagaya Mari. She's a second year and on the Public Morals Committee.
Kaguya-senpai's so cool today, too. I heard she did amazing at the tennis tournament.
Many admire her. She's popular with both genders, and they say at least 3 confess every month only to crash and burn.
If you stare at me like that, I'll get embarrassed.
Sorry. I didn't mean it that way. And I'm Akane Minato. Just entered this high school this spring. A plain, ordinary first year.
Minato's a tough one. Well, anyway, your spot is here, right?
Yeah, we've always been together, so don't worry about it. That's true, but sometimes it's unbearable, being looked at like, why you too much? We'll be friends forever. We'll always be on each other's side, and help when we're in trouble. Yeah. Back then, age differences didn't matter. Our homes were close, and my childhood friends Mari and Haruma had always been with me. The two could do anything. To an only child like me, they felt like an older brother and sister. Well, they're cool and capable. It's no wonder everyone fusses over them.
Minato, why are you grinning? Something good happen?
I was just thinking, you two are my pride. World's cutest, seriously. Truly childhood friends, blessed with 2 or 3 talents apiece from heaven. Their specs are so high, even I can't help but feel inferior. Why are such perfect superhumans my childhood friends?
So it finally starts today, Minato. Contact us right away if anything happens.
Mari, you're as much of a worrywart as ever, but thanks. Time passed, and before I knew it, it was my turn to head to university. My childhood friends had already gone ahead to famous universities outside the prefecture. No way I could have joined them. No, that's no good. Contact us, even if nothing happens. Haruma, were you always this overprotective? I'll contact you, don't worry. They commuted from home to their universities, since they weren't too far, even though out of the prefecture. As for me, I chose to commute from home to a university in the prefecture. Until high school, we'd been together, but now university would really be the start of a new life. I pressed a hand to my chest, as if soothing the inferiority complex I tried not to see. At that time, my heart was only filled with excitement for a shining campus life, but... Come on, don't hold back. Why did it come to this? Starting university, I joined a circle, but felt out of place and stared at the floor. I heard it was a tennis circle, but it's more drinking than tennis. Wanting to enjoy university life, I stretched a little and joined a tennis circle. They said beginners welcome, but in reality, most activities were drinking parties. Tennis was just a bonus.
Yeah, stop it already!
Don't say that. Later, I learned this circle recruited just to surround cute girls. This is impossible. I can't stay. Excuse me. Sorry, something urgent came up. I'll be leaving first. Huh? What's with that guy?
That kid's face got all red without drinking. Yeah, so fresh and cute.
Huh? What's cute about that? I heard them behind me, but I paid the fee and made a hasty retreat. 1 week into the circle, already my visits grew scarce.
Minato, you joined a tennis circle, right? How's it going?
After riding the train back from university, nearly every day Mari and Haruma waited for me. That day they were both there, and the atmosphere of my childhood friends let me relax. Yeah, it's going well. Don't lie. When you say, yeah, it's almost always a lie. Statistics prove it. Statistics? Wow, Haruma. Actually, I'm already thinking of quitting. Honestly, I stretched too far choosing it. I can't fit in, and there's hardly any tennis. Even if I did take it seriously, I'm still a beginner, only ever tagging along with Mari's practice back in middle school. So at this point, I'm thinking maybe I should just work a part-time job instead, to help cover tuition. For a moment, I hesitated to reveal my pathetic self, but then again, it's nothing new. Plain me was never cool to them anyway, so I quickly let it go. By the way, strangely positive was something others had told me about myself before. If that's the case, I'll find you a good part-time job and introduce it. So this time, don't just decide on your own and start. Huh?
Yeah, and if you really want to play tennis so much, you've got us. Quit that circle right now.
Thanks, you two. I ended up making you worry after all. Must protect immediately. A few weeks later, I started working part-time at a day service center called Love Koi Hall. Of course, since I don't have a caregiver's license, I can't do actual nursing care, but there are things even a part-timer like me can do. Minato, you said you wanted a job where you could help people, right? There are plenty of those, but you were always close to your grandma. I think it suits you. Thanks, Haruma. You really get me. And that's how it happened. I'm truly grateful to Haruma.
Hey, you. They told you that doesn't go there, didn't they?
Sorry. Thank you, Granny Kumiko. The one sighing at me was Granny Kumiko. She's 87 and a user of Love Koi Hall. When I stumble at this unfamiliar work, she gives me prickly words that push me forward. She told me on the first day, call me Granny Kumiko, so that's what I call her.
Sheesh! If you're done cleaning, don't just stand there, get to the next job. You're such a clumsy kid.
Sorry, I appreciate you teaching me things.
Huh! You're just a naive, honest airhead.
That's amazing, Granny Kumiko. People have actually told me that before. I'm glad you noticed.
Sheesh, this kid. I wasn't complimenting you, you know.
she may get exasperated, but Granny Kumiko, who still engages with me even though I'm new here, is a good person. Tasks like serving meals, cleaning, and assisting with recreation require delicate support and can be tough. Even so, I felt fulfillment in this job, and before I knew it, a month had passed. Every time users thanked me, I felt this warm feeling inside.
What? You again?
Granny Kumiko, looking forward to working with you again today.
Let's see how long that cheerfulness lasts.
Granny Kumiko muttering as she wheels away, I stare after her. She left. Did I do something wrong?
Sorry, Minato. Don't take it too hard.
The director gently checked on me, a kind and reliable person who always pays attention. As for me, no matter her attitude, I couldn't bring myself to dislike Granny Kumiko. Oh, that's it. Granny Kumiko. Let's play Cat's Cradle. I'm really good at it. Grabbing some nearby knitting yarn, I declared eagerly. Granny Kumiko blinked, then tugged her lips up into a small smile.
You're 100 years too early to think you could beat me.
And with that, Granny Kumiko agreed to play Cat's Cradle with me.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other lately. How have you been?
After finishing my shift, I came home to find Mari at my house. She and my mom were close and often had tea together. My mom had cooked my dinner, but left for an errand, and my dad was away on business. Naturally, that left just Mari and me. Lately, I found this part-time job rewarding. Everyone there's nice. I haven't shown my face at the circle, but every day feels fulfilling.
I see, that's good. That yarn ball, did you start knitting?
Nah, no. I got it after losing a cat's cradle match to one of the elderly women there. I used to play with my grandma all the time, so I was confident, but I lost. She told me to take it in practice, but I don't have a partner, so I wasn't sure what to do.
I get it. Okay, then I'll be your partner.
You, Mari? Thanks. Wait, but do you even know how to play Cat's Cradle?
Yes?
No, not yes. You do know how to play, right? Mari had unraveled the yarn and wrapped it all around herself. How did it come to this?
Of course I do. Cat's Cradle is about skillfully taking the string, right? Go on, take it from me.
Even if you say that, jeez. A strange, sultry atmosphere filled the room, and I hurriedly pulled the yarn back, feeling oddly guilty. I forgot to mention, Mari sometimes does outrageous things. One day, she suddenly started burying herself in dirt, and I honestly worried about her head.
Thanks. By the way, Minato,
What is it? I answered half out of breath. Suddenly, Mari asked me.
aren't you formally quitting the circle?
Ah, that. I did tell the rep I wanted to quit.
Really? That's good then.
Yeah, but that day a senior named Mita, a year above me, spoke to me for the first time. So, you're quitting, huh? Shame, but it can't be helped, and we'll throw you a farewell party. How about 4 guys and 4 girls? It's your last, so clear your schedule. That's what he said, so I'm going this Saturday.
That's just a mixer, isn't it?
No, it's not. Senpai said it's a farewell party, right? It's not, is it? In a complete mood shift, Mari began furiously calling Haruma non-stop. So, after some peaceful days, today I felt sick at the gap. Alright, let's start with introductions. Go ahead, Akanishi. You first. Farewell party and we're doing intros? Seriously? Supposedly a farewell party for me quitting the circle, but once it began, it was clearly what the world calls a mixer. Some of the girls I had seen around the circle, but others weren't related at all. Just like Mari said, I cursed my own stupidity as I introduced myself. I'm always looking after this hopeless guy. Can you believe he doesn't even drink? Can't even do a senpai a favor. What a pain. Hey, I'm not even 20 yet, so of course I don't drink, right? Wow, guys like you don't get girls these days. Me, I was drinking since high school.
Hey, me just stop that. Akanishi-kun's underage.
Some of the others had common sense, and though hesitant, tried to stop him. But it's fine. Everyone's so kind. Hey, don't make me laugh when you're just the foil. Back when you came to the circle too, you'd make that I'm not used to this face, blushing even without drinking. Trying to say you're cute? Nobody wants a guy's innocence. I don't think I'm cute. I know I'm an ordinary guy with no standout traits. Yeah, right. If you know that, then learn your place a little. Here, I'll let you drink my beer, okay? I'd stopped going to the circle, so I didn't know, but I guess this is Mita's usual method. Even when I refused, he kept pestering me, and I had no idea what to do when... Ah, hey! The mug shoved in my face suddenly vanished, and Mita shouted. I turned to look to see what happened, and...
So we've got a brazen fool trying to make our cute Minato drink, huh?
Mari? Haruma? It was my dazzling childhood friends. Knowing I was coming today, they came out of worry for me. What are you two? That's my drink. Kuh. Still holding Mita's mug, Haruma kept his sharp gaze on him and ostentatiously downed the beer. That settles it, yeah? Huh. With a thud loud enough to hear, he planted the empty mug on the crown of Mita's head. You're a lucky man. If Minato had drunk that, it's a violation of the Minor Drinking Prohibition Act. I don't care if you get punished, but I won't overlook you making my precious Minato drink. Minato's first time drinking is already mine. Stung by Haruma, Mita clenched his fist in frustration and raised his voice. What are you to this guy? Outsiders shouldn't butt in.
You're the outsider. Minato's quitting the circle. You have nothing to do with him anymore. What are you even trying to do? If you want to be Minato's foil, try being a bit more gentlemanly.
The foil isn't me, it's him. Thanks to Mari's slightly off-kilter remark, Mita's pitifulness kept stacking up. Serves him right.
If you're going to joke, make it a better one.
Who's joking? It's the same for you two. If people like you, obviously high level, hang out with this guy, there's only one reason. He's your foil all the time. It was his first time meeting them. Even he saw it that way. My fading inferiority complex reared its head. You're right. My childhood friends are amazing. Practically flawless. They've stayed with plain me for over 10 years. If I can be their foil, I'm honestly honored. But unlike you, my childhood friends can shine on their own. Even if I'm not beside them, even without using a foil, the two of them are genuinely cool. See for yourself, I said, clenching my fist at the end. Then I stood, bowed to the others. Sorry, I'm leaving. Thank you for today. Hey, wait a sec. We're not done here. Haruma dropped into my empty seat and firmly stopped Mita. Looks like I've got to spell out what's great about Minato for you. Well, I can't tell you the cute parts, though. Everyone, you'll hear me out too, right? Those at the table were struck by Haruma's maximum breezy smile. Everyone except Mita answered in unison, yes, properly and politely.
Wait, Minato, I'm coming too.
As I left the beer garden, I heard Mari's voice behind me as she chased after me. Her hand, catching mine, was small. I couldn't shake it off, and I stopped. Sorry, Mari. I dragged you into that, made you hear awful things. It's my fault.
Minato.
I had an inferior complex about you two. That's why I went to a different university, to stand on my own. I wanted to prove I could do it, but I just ended up troubling you, getting protected.
And what's wrong with that? Don't say lonely things like stand on my own.
Hmm?
You don't even know how many times you've helped me, or Haruma, do you?
She said that even days where excellence was expected came with pressure, and then... No matter how much things changed around us, you never did. You stayed my childhood friend.
Let's help each other when we're in trouble. Your words were like magic and protected me.
That's why I've always loved you,
loved you, Minato.
Yeah, thank you. I love you too. Even if I couldn't hear Haruma's words of deep friendship from me at the table, the feelings came through. Words from those two are something I can believe without doubt. My inferiority complex quietly thinned without me noticing. Well then, that's how it is, so I'll be going too. I've got to catch up with Minato.
You're leaving already?
Yeah, I only came to pick up Minato anyway. Sorry, okay?
Not at all.
After thoroughly professing his love for me and wearing Mita down, Haruma said that and stood up. In about 10 minutes, the girls, and even the guys who came with Mita, had all fallen for Haruma. Oh, manager, this man tried to make a minor in his group drink his alcohol. For the sake of the establishment, you should warn him. If anything, maybe ban him. Hey, you! Wait, no! That's not... You've got it wrong! This beer garden strictly checked IDs at entry for each person. Customers wore different colored wristbands for adults and minors, and service of alcohol followed it properly. If a customer personally makes a minor drink, the shop isn't at fault. Even Mita went pale and shrank back. Then came my first summer break at university. It had been nearly 3 months since I started the job in May.
Honestly, you're such a clumsy kid, Minato.
Sorry, Kumiko Granny. By then, she finally started calling me by name. She was still sharp-tongued, but since we started playing Cat's Cradle, we'd gotten a bit closer. Whenever I messed up, she'd immediately tease me. I was grateful for that. By the way, the current score is 0 wins, 72 losses. Kumiko Granny was unbeatable. I hope I can finally win today. She told me not to rush to win, but I at least wanted to win once. Thinking that, I came into my shift after 2 days off, but... Gah! You! Why are you here? Standing there was none other than Mita-senpai. Contrary to his surprise, I was perfectly calm. I knew why he was here. He was enrolled in the teacher training program at the university. To get elementary and junior high teaching licenses, care-related practicums are mandatory. Hello. Why? Because I work part-time here. Mita came for his practicum 2 days ago. This was my first shift in 2 days, so this was the first time we'd run into each other here. Seriously? Choosing to work at a place like this for fun? What a weirdo. I question your nerves. As I thought, I can't understand how ordinary people think. What are you saying? You're the one being allowed to do your practicum at this facility, aren't you? Yeah, if it weren't required, I'd never come here. What are you? Is that acceptable for someone aiming to be a teacher? Care-related practicums are required in the teacher training program, not just to build knowledge and teaching skill, but to foster broad human understanding and empathy. Ah, so noisy. I still can't accept that thanks to guys like you, I ended up being looked at coldly. Since that farewell party mixer, Mita had apparently become an object of contempt. Haruma probably did something, and since he can't win against Haruma, his resentment naturally points at me. Say what you want about me, but if you're doing your practicum here, take it seriously. Don't do anything that makes the staff or the users uncomfortable. Huh, nothing you, a plain nobody, say will get through to me. I'll just phone it in. Don't be ridiculous. Who do you think you have to thank for the chance to learn here? Huh? What's your problem? It's not thanks to you, that's for sure. Spare me the lectures. Everyone here spends their days peacefully. That's thanks to the daily work of the staff and the hearts of the users. If you can't grasp that you're intruding on that life to learn from it, you have no business teaching. I can't believe you could handle it. Gah, stop acting so high and mighty. You, who don't beat me at anything, are getting cocky. I was about to lose my temper and pick a fight when...
Who do you think you are? Spouting off like that. You've got the nerve to call Minato ordinary.
Kumiko Granny. With the director's help, Kumiko Granny came out from the entrance.
Kumiko said Minato should be arriving soon, so I brought her out. And wow, what a sight!
No need to say more than that.
It seemed they'd come just to meet me. Despite the situation, a swell of happiness rose in me. But there was no time to savor it. Mita spoke up, pale and flustered. Kumiko-san, what are you saying? You're always so kind to me.
Only to spare the director's feelings, you put on a good act in front of the director while you looked down on us users. It was obvious you were assuming we wouldn't say anything. Truly ridiculous.
Apparently, though she was sharp-tongued with me, Kumiko had treated university trainees kindly. Exposed to that poison for the first time, Mita wore a bewildered, flustered face.
You plan to be a school teacher, don't you? Then you'll meet all kinds of students. Ordinary kids, gifted kids, kids who push back against you. In those moments, do you really have the resolve to face each and every one of them? If you dismiss the ordinary and look down on people, the children who learn from you are the ones I pity.
Ah.
Minato smiled at me the same no matter how nasty I got. He's special to me. Ordinary. So what? Minato will still become someone special to many people.
Kumiko Granny, thank you. Other users and staff who had come to see what was happening also raised voices defending and praising me.
Mita-kun, this isn't the first time I've warned you. Any more and I'll be reporting to the university.
The always gentle director let anger show. Mita received his third warning. And afterward, Mita Shinsuke, who'd caused trouble at his practicum site. But I did finish the practicum.
That's not the point. You should assume we can't award you credit this time.
No way. I'd managed so well until now. He wasn't granted credit and apparently fell into self-destruction a month later.
I'm utterly disillusioned, Mita-kun. What you did is unacceptable as our student and as a person.
At a drinking circle disguised as a tennis circle, Mita Shinsuke finally crossed the line legally. He served alcohol at his home to a girl under 20 who just enrolled. She became ill. Despite Haruma's thorough warnings that day, his foolish actions ruined his life. The university took the underage drinking violation seriously. He was expelled. The girl who fell ill from drinking has since recovered, and that circle was, of course, dissolved. As for me, a few days later, Mari and I were invited to Kumiko Granny's home.
Minato, you really are clumsy. How did you end up like this?
It was on the shelf, so I stood on tiptoes to reach. Sorry. Yes, I was just being lazy. I definitely wasn't trying to play like Mari once did.
Well, yes. Standing on tiptoes and reaching, being able to do that is another gift of youth. Here, I'll get it, so crouch down.
She reaches out kindly and unwinds the yarn wrapped around me.
When you live, all sorts of things get wrapped around you. Not all of them good. One day you'll feel bound up tight and taste something like inferiority. But many people adore you, Minato. Those saved by plain old Minato will surely help untangle those ties. Minato, live loving yourself. Well, take it as the rambling of an old woman.
Her words, as she gently freed the yarn from me without a trace of venom, made my eyes burn hot all at once.
She's right, Minato.
Saying that, Haruma placed a hand on Kumiko's shoulder and leaned in to peer at me. The day center was closed that day, and Mari and I were visiting Haruma's family home.
Haruma, help me out. Minato's clumsiness is quite a handful.
But that's what makes him cute, right? As it turns out, Kumiko Granny is Haruma's maternal grandmother. She lived alone in rural Hokkaido until a few years ago. Since I first met her at Lovekoi Hall, I was really shocked when I found out.
Cute has a lot of nuances, so I'm not sure I should agree so easily.
I don't mean the way some women call everything cute. I mean cute. Anyone would see as cute.
Hey, they really are two of a kind, huh?
Yeah, I think so too. Seeing them together, you can tell the toxicity got passed down nicely. Kumiko Granny, thank you. I think I'm gonna try to believe in myself a little more. Actually, a professor told me about studying abroad, and I'm interested, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
Study abroad? Wait, you didn't tell us. Then we won't be able to see you.
Yeah, Minato. How many times have I said not to decide things on your own?
Eh? When I confessed my thoughts for the first time, calm Mari and Haruma were unusually rattled. I wonder why.
Alright, I get it. If you want to go overseas, I'll go work abroad after I graduate. Until then, you can be a good boy and wait, right?
Hold on. Then I'll follow you overseas and marry you, so we won't have to be apart.
Wait, what are you two even saying?
Oh, you've got childhood friends more tangled than yarn, Minato. Unraveling them will be tough.
How far can plain old me go from here? I couldn't help but feel my heart race for the unseen future. But first, I had to do something about my two friends, whose yandere streaks broke loose the moment I tried to step away.